Opened back in 2003, have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Play action now. Cousins. He's got a man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 33 yards that time. Some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Our game here, the Vikings and Eagles, the 2nd and 2 on this Monday night. The Titans and Bills kicked off a little over an hour ago up in Buffalo. And this, our only Monday night doubleheader of the season, but rumor is might have a few more for 2023. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Cook is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Come on, boys. Let's power up.
17. 60 back, 60 back, let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Devontae Smith's workload certainly didn't get any lighter going from being a Heisman Trophy winner at Alabama to his first year with the Philadelphia Eagles. 104 targets as a rookie, and his 916 yards. They were the most for a Philly wideout since 2015. They go to him there for a first down.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The Eagles had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll run the option here with Hurts. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That second down play nets a -4. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts them down in the minds of their opponents. Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
To throw again on second down. Cousins to the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Cousins. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Left wing 19. Back and 60.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Robert Quinn is the one who burst in there to blow that play up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now an end around as Cousins will just pop this forward. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Throwing, Cousins. Open man as Thielen is complete. And he will have a Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. They go play action. Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over at the 41. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
They start on the ground here at Sanders to the 43, second down. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Play action. Here's Hurts. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. And sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Cousins throw there, taken in by Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Here's Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. On the move past the 40. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
That last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000. And Troy Aikman, he was about winning. Because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to. We had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays. His numbers, boy, would they be sky high.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. 2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
It's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They go play action with Hurts.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging.
And he's going to go down. They say him right around the 30.
Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I guarantee they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, that incompletion right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's Rager. An incredible play there. They do get good yardage, but they're still stopped too short, and it's fourth down. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll run for it. Cook. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Check, contact.
They'll fake the give to Sanders. Now Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. This time they stay on the ground. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Throwing is Hurts.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Pick it up.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere as they stop it behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They've not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
The quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hurts.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
They run again on 1st down. Cook.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Again, it's Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They lost 4 there. It's 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative trend is continuing here.
Throwing is Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his first rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Eagles 7. Greg Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your play.
Hurts fumbles it, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete there to Smith. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
All right, now here we go.
They'll run for it with Cook, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
18, pioneer. Trap 50, trap 50.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for Philly. And even 40 yards. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield, and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
And still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
Head the street! Head the street!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Hey, check that, street.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further.
19 right. 7 Pirates. 18 Rattlers.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 53 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here's Cook again. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the ground, Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
From the gun, here's Cousins. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down and will. Cousins here to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That's good for an Eagle.
But first down, Hurts. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Vikings, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders.
I come alive in the